here.
Recording in progress. All right, so you watched Chainsaw Man episode 6?
I think it wasn't episode 5. They're still in the hotel room, right? Like, I think it's right when they discover they realize that they're trapped.
No, there's a new one where they're trapped already.
Yeah, they're trapped, and then they're all basically like Denji, like fucking die for us.
Yeah.
Even the girl with the eye patch that seems to I assume she had all her shit together. Is like, sorry. And what's the name of the guy that sacrifices himself? Or takes the knife?
Oh, Aki, yeah.
Aki takes the fucking knife at this guy and says, look, I don't like him, but if I want to kill the devil god, I can't do it alone. I'm going to need his help. So no, he's not dying.
The gun devil, yeah.
Which, I mean, that's kind of that's an understandable. It's not that he likes Denji. He's just like, if you fucking die, I can't have my ultimate victory. It's like Vegeta, but like the cousin of Vegeta.
I love how you try to make sense you try to make everything make sense with Dragon Ball references.
Everything can make sense with Dragon Ball references. Your marriage? Are you more of a Vegeta and Bulma? Or are you more of a Chi-Chi and Goku? Or more of a Gohan and Videl?
I had today at work, my team, the ones that I'm doing the training with, we're like around 10. Mm-hmm. And I came back from lunch and they were talking. And I walk in and immediately I go like, what's up? And and immediately as I walk in, all of them like look back at me. And one of them goes like, yeah, I totally see it. And I went, what? And he goes, oh, we're seeing which of us would be the Warrior Z. And I was like, what? It's like, yeah, like the Sea Warriors from Dragon Ball. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, we're seeing like who would be each of us. You would be Piccolo. And I was like, I don't think so. But okay.
I see it.
And then they just started going off on like everyone else. And like everyone else, I guess they made sense. But like, yeah.
I see it. You could be Piccolo. Piccolo's a very highly respected and beloved character. So I see you being a Piccolo.
He's a better father than Goku, I'll tell you that. But
what?
He's a better father than Goku, I'll tell you that. But
Goku, okay, Piccolo sacrificed himself for Gohan twice. Goku has done it at least 4 times. All right, fuck you.
Yeah, but he wasn't present for like his life to help him grow up.
Hey man, all right, one dad has to stick around and raise the kid. The other one has to defend the world. All right, what do you want? Gohan can't grow up in a world that doesn't exist. If anything, Goku did the hard part. All right, he was away from Gohan to save Gohan.
All right, we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't know enough about Dragon Ball to like keep this conversation going. But yeah, so that happened. So this new episode of Chainsaw Man. By the way, like just to give some context, every review that we do, since we do it weekly, it's like also a small recap of this week's Chainsaw Man episode. Like if that, just so if you're confused of like why am I clicking? I thought we were talking about Pearl. Yeah, we're talking about this for like at least the first 5 to 10 minutes. So in this episode, they're trapped in this like loop floor in a hotel, which I think would be an amazing escape room, by the way. Like I can't believe someone hasn't done that.
Well, considering how much room it would take, I'm not surprised. Well, actually, that'd be a pretty badass escape room.
It'd be pretty fun.
It'd be expensive as fuck, though, but I'd be down.
Yeah, but I would pay every second of it. I don't have children. I can afford it. And
son bitch.
And so in this episode, there's no Makima. It's just the devil hunters trapped in this room, and we're introduced to fan favorite Kobeni, who is stress. If his stress became a person, and she, oh my god, she's like one of the most beloved characters in the whole series because she's so nervous and so scared and everything, and so she just wants to like get out like as soon as possible and wants to kill Denji like the fastest as she can just so she can leave. And one of my favorite panels in the whole manga is just when Himeno is saying that Kobeni lost it. She tried to drink water from the toilet, so I knocked her out. And we got to see that panel in this episode where she just knocked out. It's like she tried to drink water from the toilet, so I knocked her out.
I heard someone complaining that, oh, she's one of the cutest characters, and then they were like talking about her snot crying, like, shut up.
Yeah. That's how she is. I did not expect less. I saw a lot of people that were like, "Oh, she's cute. Why is she so annoying?" No, that's how she is. Like she's so stressed. She doesn't want to be there. And then it's funny because like she loses it, and then Power is just laughing at her like the whole time. It's
That's
yeah,
fucked up.
yeah,
No, so is that her role throughout the whole series? She just freaks the fuck out when everything goes wrong.
pretty much.
Why keep her around then? Get rid of her.
She needs the money to pay for her brother's college.
She's an adult. Fucking leave.
I don't know how old she is, but oh, you'll see. You'll see what happens to her. It's
What was
pretty
that?
funny.
Or being what, an escort?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You'll see what happens. Her storyline ends up being pretty funny.
I trust you. I will trust you.
Yeah,
But no, I liked it though. Solid, like good action. The animation like still fucking floors me because it always looks like top notch animation.
yeah, yeah. Mappa is like a boss when it comes to making animation, and I like that we got a chance to like see more of Himeni, who's Aki's partner. She's the girl with the eye patch. I really like her character. So I like that we got to see like more of her, see more of her background, and like how she and Aki started being partners and friends, and how she showed him how to smoke and shit like that. So I like that we had like an episode of like just background of getting to know each other and stuff. And I love that we get to see more of Denji and Power just being very chaotic besties. Like I love that moment when Power is like, "We should just kill him," and he goes like, "No." And then later she goes like, "We should wrestle." And he's like, "No, you're gonna kill me." Like it just keeps escalating.
Man, I'm wondering though how so that thing is the demon, but it's feeding off their fear. Not
Yeah,
their fear. Not all of them are scared. They're all
yeah,
gradually getting worse and worse and worse, right? Am I right?
yeah, yeah.
So is the best way to beat that monster to knock everyone out except for Denji and let him fuck it up.
Well, you'll see next episode.
Is that where I get to see the weird thing that you were like, if they do it, they're gonna be legendary?
I'm gonna tell you this. It's probably gonna happen in the next episode. Like probably at the end of the next episode. If not on the next episode. I'm gonna give you like a warning. Okay.
Okay.
When you watch the next episode, don't eat while you're watching it. And don't watch it with anyone else around you. If you can watch it with headphones, the better. Because I don't know how hardcore they're gonna go with it.
What? Okay, just tell me what the fuck it is.
I'm not gonna tell you what the fuck it is.
Oh my god,
You'll know it when you see it.
I need to look it up now. Like
No,
what?
no.
Okay, does it come from the eye patch girl or does it come from the monster?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I need to know now.
You'll just know it when you see it.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh, because like I'm conflicted because I want to tell you because I want to see your reaction, but I would love to see the reaction while you're watching the episode. Like that's what I want to see.
Wait, is it the thing where she has tentacles down there?
She doesn't have tentacles on there. She's a human.
Okay.
No, this is not hentai. Just relax.
No. I saw a picture on Facebook and it was like Chainsaw Man was like in the shadow. He was holding someone upside down and they had tentacles there. Like I think he was going after a demon, I'm assuming.
No.
So
No, Denji and Himeni are not gonna fight.
Okay.
Himeni? Yeah.
Oh,
Should I tell you? Should I just tell you?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, but
I will still watch, dude. You don't know the shit I've seen. There's no way you can deter me from watching it.
I'm gonna tell you, but before I tell you, cut up this and just go straight into the intro.
Introduce us. And I'm deleting that. That's now in my head, and that will be in my head.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
I am unfortunately Eddie, now with an image in his head that he can't get out of.
Reviewing Pearl, and this is the rollback.
So Pearl.
Are you traumatized? Are you traumatized?
Oh, okay. So that never happened to me, but I can only imagine about how disgusting that is.
Well, that's what you get for missing my birthday. Pearl, the extraordinary origin story. Trapped on her family's isolated farm, Pearl must tend to her ailing father under the bitter and overbearing watch of her devout mother, lusting for a glamorous life like she's seen in the movies. Pearl's ambitious temptations and repressions all collide in the stunning Technicolor-inspired origin of story of X's iconic villain. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
You're a son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
Folks,
No,
for the record, I didn't forget Chema's birthday. He forgot to fucking tell anybody.
I'm sorry that I didn't. You know what?
What?
I put an Instagram story that said like, today's my birthday. Feel free to like tell me to fuck off or something like that. But I think it was in Spanish. So maybe that's why you didn't get it.
I guess maybe that's why I didn't get it, you son of a bitch.
No, I'm sorry. I don't carry a sign that says it's my birthday.
I know, but like fucking something. Like this is a heads up. So I could be like, oh shit, happy belated birthday, man.
Well, it's fine. Like I didn't mind. It's just, we're busy. We're busy men.
Fuck you.
We're 28. We're 28 years old, man.
I'm gonna be 29 in less than a month. I'm
gonna
be 29 in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's Freaky Friday right there.
Ugh.
Just like this movie. That's okay. So we got Pearl, and it's the prequel to X, which came out earlier in the year. And X takes place what year? In the 70s or 80s?
Sometime in the, I want to say the 80s actually, because I know when they do Maxine with the 3X's, I want to say that one takes place in the 80s during the like porn boom.
Okay, so X, it's 1979. I looked it up. Corn boom?
Yeah. Huh?
Corn boom?
Porn boom.
Oh, porno. Okay.
Remember, like that's why they're trying to make a porno, because it's like, oh, we can get rich quick with this.
Yeah. Okay. So Maxine will take place in the 80s, but this is the prequel, which takes place in 1918. Like, Jesus, that was an old woman in X, and now we have like the origin story to that character, to the villain. Yeah.
I was gonna say, even if we're being conservative with numbers, like if she's at least 18 in Pearl, that would make her 79 in X.
Gross.
Agreed.
Yeah, almost as gross as what we're gonna see in the next episode of Chainsaw Man, but not as creepy for some reason. Okay, so we have the origin story. Pearl played once again by Mia Goth, but this time without all that prosthetic makeup. She was the star in X, and she's a star here, and she will be the star again in Maxine, where she will play the character once again. Pearl, I was shocked by how this was made. Like, this was filmed secretly at the same time as X, and apparently they like wrote it super quickly before they started shooting X. And they got to A24 and they were like, hey, we have this idea to like shoot these back to back. And A24 was like, sure, that sounds freaking weird. Sounds like in our wheelhouse here to have all this money. Go make a masterpiece. And I think that's exactly what director Ty West did with X, and what he replicated again with Pearl. This one, having Mia Goth be also the co-screenwriter of the movie. She helped write the story in the movie, and I am a little torn because I don't know which one I like best, because I really, really liked X, but Pearl, man, there's a ton of movies like X. I cannot think of a movie like Pearl. Like, wow, this works as both a prequel of X. You can watch them in any order and it works. Like, I think you could watch this one first or X first, and they both work. They're both super fun movies, and I think this one also like has its own style, and you catch a lot of really quick glimpses and references and little Easter eggs to X. So, man, I really dug Pearl. I dug the hell out of it.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I like Pearl way more than X, like by a mile.
Yeah.
Like I something about this like character driven like insanity I love. And it's unfortunate because I know for a fact she's not gonna get nominated. But Mia Goth deserves at least an Oscar nomination for how she acted in this role. Not one, but I think like 3 different long monologues where she delivers like a hard performance, and like man, from the get go. So let's start from the beginning. So
Yeah.
it starts off. She's a young immigrant from she's a young German immigrant. Her husband Howard is fighting World War II. She lives with her parents. She works on a farm. Her dad has some type of sickness, although I'm not sure what it is, but he is wheelchair bound. And she has a very uptight, and that's putting it mildly, mother. Um,
Yeah.
and in the first jarring scene, like she's talking to like the animals, like in a very innocent fashion, Mr. Cow, Mr. Horse, and then she says something like, "Hello, Mr. Goose," and just stabs the fucking goose with the pitchfork. You hear the sad honk, and then she feeds it to a fucking alligator.
The same alligator from X.
Is it the same alligator from X?
Could be. I
I
think
mean, that would
alligators
make
live.
sense. It would stay there because they feed it often.
Yeah, I mean, how long do alligators live? Probably a lot.
I want to say only 30 years, man, but I mean, I'm no alligator expert. Let me see. How how long do alligators live?
Yeah.
Oh, we're looking at
So it's
50
the
years. So it's probably like like the son or the grandson of the original alligator.
well, it's cool that they kept that there. It was a nice way to like reuse all the scenery and probably reuse the alligator in its own idea. So I thought that was cool. Um, yeah. So she's there. She has a husband who left for the war, which I believe is World War I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's happening, and she wishes for not kind of like what a Disney princess would want. She wants to see what's out there, what's outside. She wants to be a dancer for the movies. This movie is very clearly like heavily inspired and a love letter to like that golden age of cinema, those the Wizards of Oz and shit like that. Um, so I had a blast with that because I love when movies get like really creative and stuff. I am not a sucker for like the golden age of Hollywood myself, but I think it fit. I love how it was so different from X. Like that one is about a very specific type of movie, and this one also, but for a different one.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they committed to that bit really worked. I think.
No, definitely. Man, I did not realize that Ty West could be so stylistic, but this movie has style. Very different from X, where it felt like a 1980s horror film, not in a bad way, but it felt like almost like it was shot in that manner. It had that grainy look. It had that like old look. This movie has a massive pop of color that does remind you of like the golden age with the Wizard of Oz and whatnot. Um, but man, like the visuals are stunning, like first and foremost, but the story above all else. This mannequin deranged girl, and the thing is, we know what's going to become of her. We know the
Yeah,
end game. It's just watching the insanity finally begin to unfold. This is damn near a supervillain origin story. Like went crazy on the farm, isolation. Also, like yeah, you're right. Her mother didn't exactly help at all. Her mother was I don't know if it's fair to call it physically abusive, but she was certainly like hard on her.
definitely. And I'm not saying there are scenes where you find yourself rooting for Pearl, but you can understand that. I mean, if I was in that house, I would also go fucking crazy. Like, yeah. And she sells the fuck out of it. I mean, what you said it yourself. It would be amazing if she at least got nominated for this because oh my god, like what a powerhouse. She went fucking crazy. If we can celebrate Joaquin Phoenix for playing an insane Joker, we should celebrate this. I mean, come on, like that. This is Joker for women. Like it's it might just be.
Honestly, if Arthur Fleck and Pearl got together, that's your Harley Quinn right there.
Honestly, why not?
So she remind me, does she make her dad drink extra medicine, or does she dump some of it out so she can go get some more? I don't remember.
Could you repeat that? What?
So do you remember there's a part where she has to go get her dad medicine?
Yeah. She
But
has a
she
sip
meant,
of it at the theater. Yeah.
yeah, oh no, that's right. But she mentions that she dumps some of it out early so that way she can go to town more often, so she can go see the
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
Um, and she goes to see a show, and she kind of meets a projectionist who gives her a slice of the film and says, big things will come to you, whatever. He seems like a decent guy. Um,
Yeah.
on the way home, a piece of the film gets lost in a corn maze. She finds a scarecrow, begins to dance with it, and then she sees the projectionist. She fantasizes, and then she has a personal moment, a very personal moment that you should put the volume down on.
I
Uh,
love how right before she did that, she yelled at the scarecrow, "I'm married!" Like,
and she don't give a fuck.
oh
It's a
god,
scarecrow, but
it's a
but yeah, she gets home. Her mother kind of gets angry at her. Where were you? You took too long. Where's the money? And Pearl says, "Well, I had some hard candy on the way home," and takes away her fucking dinner.
yeah. Oh yeah, you were pretty offended by that. In the we were texting beforehand. You were pretty offended by that.
Yeah, because it's like you're okay. It's one thing to be angry at your kid. It's another thing to take food from in front of them and say you're not eating, which is like terrible. And then somehow it's worse to me that you're gonna eat in front of your kid. I don't give a shit how old they are. I don't give a shit what they did. There's a big difference between discipline and denying food. Fuck you. I'm not saying that the mom deserved to die later on. I'm just saying I understand.
Yeah, no, and you kind of like I said, I'm not rooting for her for Pearl, but I mean the dad didn't have it coming, but like the mom, like come on, like the fuck was that? Um, yeah, I had to watch this movie and like I had to stop it like at the first like half an hour
Mm-hmm.
because my movie just because my I rented it and it just kept glitching.
Ugh.
So like the first half hour, the movie is not long. It's like 90 minutes, so like 100 minutes maybe, like a little bit more than like an hour and a half mostly.
Yeah.
And it took me like an hour to watch the first 30 minutes. So but by the time it color corrected, like oh god, I was on till the end. I felt so bad for the friend, for the blonde friend. Like come on, like she just wanted to like do her thing. Like I felt so bad on like seeing that scene where like she leaves the house and she starts chasing her. I mean, it's a great shot with like only one shot and like with her being chased. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. Um, but God, I mean, just the style, the substance, her acting, her voice, that voice that she's doing. And then I saw an interview with her, and like her normal voice is like so freaking weird. Like it's so kooky and so strange. But she manages to do like a lot of different voices, and that I think is super hard to do. So I think she's great in that. She committed the fuck to that bit. Like you understand why she is the way that she is, but you don't condone her. But yeah, she just wanted to see the world. I mean, yeah, the projectionist was right. She did have a life. She did have a life to live. Like what?
Don't be stuck.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, they get a visit from her, and I didn't realize this until later. Her sister-in-law.
yeah,
Um, and they're there to kind of help out. Here's a pig. Like, they're trying to be genuinely thoughtful. Like they're not
yeah,
trying to be assholes. They're genuinely like, hey, we're trying to look out for our own here, and you're my sister-in-law. We want to help. And you find out that Howard comes from a very, very rich family. Which I'm like, wait a second, wait, what? And it begins to all fit together. But that comes later on. I want to talk about that scene when we get to that scene.
mhm,
Mitzi, I'm sorry, tells her about an audition to be a chorus girl. She wants to go. She gets into a fight with her mom. She ends up sneaking away, going back to the projectionist, and he shows her what we call in the industry a stag film. Um, yeah, early porn. He does encourage her, which I thought was interesting, like a loop back to X. But anyway, the projectionist, kind of tells her, "Hey, pursue your dreams. Go out there. We're only young once," which is kind of the thing, like kind of the theme in X. You only get one swing at life. Like make it count while you're
yeah,
young. So nice little like circle right there.
yeah. there's a ton of little scenes like that. Like I love how when goes to the audition, she has to stand on like an X, and when she gets rejected, the thing the critic says is like, "Sorry, we're looking for someone with X factor." Like there's a ton of little things that like really connect to that.
Didn't they also mention something about her being blonde?
Yeah, like
Was
we're
it
looking for a blonde one. Yeah,
blonde American girl?
yeah,
Yeah, it's just kind of fucked up, but whatever.
yeah.
Not an excuse for murder, but anyway, so she gets rejected, goes back home. Her mom finds the program. They get into a huge argument. They begin to like physically get into it with each other. Pearl's mom accidentally lights her own dress on fire. She's on fire, and then Pearl, when I had to rewind it to double check, and this is true, she grabs the pan with a scalding hot water and dumps it on her mom to put out the fire. Hey mom, you know how that burns? Here's how it can burn, but it doesn't take away the skin. But you don't come out crispy, you come out a little soggy. And then she fucking drags her mom down the stairs, leaves her dad at the kitchen table, goes to the movie theater, and fucks the projectionist, which, as we all do when we kill our parents.
Yeah, I mean, it was only the most logical thing to do.
Well, what'd you think during the argument? Like during that whole thing with her parents and then the kitchen, the fire, and all that. What'd you think?
I feel like A24 does love to make these little like family arguments, especially over dinner, especially with long monologues. So I was kind of looking forward to it. I was like, okay, where is the family issues thing? And honestly, by the point where like she's fucking the projectionist, I was at the point where I was sitting there and I was watching it and I went, well, we've all been there, you know. There's a I was like, oh, we've all been there. I don't know. I feel bad for the dad. I don't know.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything. I mean, literally, he didn't do anything. But like,
he existed. That was his mistake.
He was just there. And,
he lived.
The mom was like. Also, another connection to X. Like now we know when. What the fuck's her name? The other girl in X, the one who was just gonna do sound and then ended up being in the movie. I forgot her name, but it's Jenna Ortega. So who's like having a blast of a year also. So when Jenna Ortega is like in the basement, like she sees some bodies like rotting there, and like now we know whose bodies were they. I like how they connected that back. I kind of want to rewatch X now, just to like see what else I missed that probably connects to it.
All the little things.
Yeah, this is becoming like this year's. What was the Fear Street trilogy last year? I feel like this is becoming kind of that of this year.
If they can release Maxine before the end of the year, I'm down.
I think it's not going to. I think it's going to come out until next year.
It's probably going to wait, but still, damn.
But God, if Maxine is as good or even better than these two, man, we're gonna have a great little modern horror trilogy in our hands.
What's it called? I wonder what elements they're gonna explore in the next one, though. I'm kind of curious on that.
I think it's gonna be like about Maxine, because it's gonna be I think in the 80s now, and it's Maxine like trying to make it as an actress, like in California.
Oh, and she's gonna be I'm predicting it right now. They're going to treat her very sexistly. They're going to try to sleep with her so she can get parts. And they're going to be like, you're just a sexy body. Like, the only notoriety about you is all the deaths. And that's not going to sell movie tickets. People are just interested.
Eddie, I don't think you heard me. This movie takes place in the 80s, not now.
Yeah, it's still going to happen the same way. Is this pre-Weinstein or post-Weinstein? Pre-Weinstein, it's going to go like that.
Oh, God. Okay. What else? Okay.
They go back to the farm.
Yeah, they go back to the farm. She tries to like play it off as everything's fine, as if there's not a pig rotting at the doorstep. Which, by the way, fuck you, that looked delicious.
It did look delicious,
right? So it was just chilling there, like being eaten by worms, and then he has to like act like this is normal, and then she's talking to to the animals, and he has to pretend that this is normal. And then she talks about killing the dog, and then she mentions a dog, and then they don't have a dog, and he tries to like, of course, leave, and then she gets upset because she's being weird, which is a dynamic that I've never understood in my entire life as a dude. And so next, they try to kill. She kills him in the car. So that, like, you know, she's so real. Like, what?
She man, and
She's so real for that.
I kind of feel bad for him because like he didn't do much wrong.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, you want to sleep together? Cool. Hey, I'll drop you off. Here, let me get you your bike. I got you. Like he's trying to not be a bad guy. He's trying to not be a jerk, but it gets too weird to a point where he's like, I'm out. And then she proceeds to stab him in the chest with a fucking pitchfork.
Yeah. So that's fun. And we see like the car like kind of falling, and then does it end up with the crocodile as well?
The car ends up in the river, I think, because remember in X they mentioned that there's a bunch of cars there. They don't ever. I don't know if they show that particular one, but that becomes their MO. I'm assuming, which travelers come, they use them for whatever they want, and then they just like ditch the bodies with the crocodile and put their body in the lake.
Yeah,
because this is pre like internet. Like it'd be a lot harder to get away with that scam nowadays because everyone knows where everyone is. But so then she goes to the auditions. My bad, I misplaced the auditions part. Now she goes to the auditions after she kills the guy, and then she gets told we're looking for an all-American type. They go back to the place, and then that's where my favorite scene in both films happens. This like I want to say maybe 3-4 minute monologue from Pearl, where she gets a lot of shit off her chest, like a dangerous amount. And the thing is, Mitzi didn't ask for all this. She was just like, well, Pearl, you can talk to me about it. Bear in mind, this is her sister-in-law that's just trying to be nice to her. Like, tell me about how you're worried about my brother or something. You know, she wasn't prepared for everything.
Have killed all these people and shit.
And I like hurting them. And that's just the person I am, and that's not okay. And then she talks about how she hates being here. She hates the farm. When she first met Howard, she was like, that's it. That's her ticket. That's her way to get out. And she mentions at one point the reason why I never looked another man in the eye wasn't because I don't remember if it was out of respect for Howard or because she knew that he could do better and didn't want to give him a chance to look away because she knows that she's not that great. And then like so much more happens. There's that. She mentions that she kills. She cheated. She made a mistake and she's sorry about it. How she hates where she lives. She despises Howard because Howard comes from money, and the first time she saw it, she loved it. She wanted to be there, but fucking Howard said, no, we're gonna go and live on a farm. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? This is better. Why are you running from the money, you son of a bitch? And she says how she resents him, but she resents him even more now because he's gone, because he sentenced her to the farm and then he left her to deal with the farm and her family by herself. Like all this stuff, how she feels abandoned, how she feels distraught, destroyed, and torn down. And then she hates, she's jealous that Mitzi won the audition. Like there's so much in there. And I'm just like, my God. It's just so much. And this monologue alone makes me say, man, if she doesn't get fucking nominated, I call bullshit and I call rigged.
God, if the Oscars had even a slight respect for movies like this, I mean, first of all, they would have nominated Toni Collette for Hereditary. I mean, she was fucking amazing. But this is a close second. Like, my God, everything that she does in this, from her voice to the dancing to the acting to how fucking crazy and delusional and insane she fucking is. I mean, wow. And you know who the MVP of the movie is?
Ooh.
Howard. because Howard's a real one for staying after all that shit.
You think so?
I mean, you wouldn't have bolted for the door. That man stayed. He
Bro,
grew old with her.
I would have bolted for the door so fast. It's not even funny.
Well, I
But
would have as well, but like Howard's a real one. Howard's braver than the troops. Like,
I wonder if she ever told him about the projectionist.
oh my god, I don't know. By the way, the
Oh wait,
projection. What's up?
no, wait, no, they were okay with sleeping with other people. That's right.
Also, the projectionist is the same guy from that movie that we saw earlier this year, the one about the girl who gets pregnant, and we see like her life in like both sides, if she has it and if she had.
Yeah.
She's the guy that she meets like working when
Oh, he's the dreamy one.
he's the dreamy one where she doesn't get pregnant. Yeah, that's
Ah,
that
that's
guy.
right. And then he goes to somewhere to do his documentary, and they lose it and
Yeah,
all that shit.
yeah, that guy's just gonna play like the hot boyfriend for like the rest of his life.
He's gonna be. Hopefully, he doesn't get Channing Tatum.
No, let's hope he does. Channing Tatum is funny.
No. But I'm saying like he doesn't get typecast forever.
Well, Channing Tatum broke out of that, so
Didn't he just release the trailer for Magic Mike: The Last Dance? I
yeah,
haven't
that's
seen the
gonna be
trailer, but I heard
fun.
about it.
That's gonna be fun.
You know what? You know what movie looks way more fun though?
Which one?
John Wick Chapter 4.
Are you being for real? There's a trailer?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see it.
dude, it looks awesome. I know
I
it's not gonna be
saw
the end, but I can't wait to see it.
I saw the not the preview, but I saw the poster for the spinoff, the ballerina
Mhm.
with Ana de Armas.
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves apparently is in it too.
he'll probably make an appearance.
Yeah, probably like cameo in it. That one, I think I'm more excited about that one than I am for John Wick 4. That
I,
makes sense.
Man, oh, and the Continental Show, which I don't know when it's gonna come to HBO, but I can't fucking wait.
I feel like they've been talking about that show for like 5 years. Like, where is it?
I don't know if they're filming it now. I'll look it up. Well, anyway, let's talk about the current movie at hand.
Yeah. Pearl is oh god, like yeah, people are gonna talk about that monologue for years, but I want to talk about the end credits.
Man, oh man,
But
those
I
end
did not
credits
see it
hurt.
coming. I did not see it coming, like at all. Like, first of all, it was a great shot when she's there's like a quick little shot of her at the table sitting with her with the corpses of her mom and her dad, and she put the pig in the middle, and it's really fast. You can just see like a quick little shot of like them sitting down, and then you just see like Howard walking in and being like, "Pearl, like what happened?" And then she like turns to him and goes like, what did she say? What did she say when he comes in?
Howard, you're home. And she
Yeah, that
just
one. Like
smiles
she like smiles and
and
there's
doesn't
no cut.
break.
It doesn't break for like almost 2 minutes, I think. She doesn't blink. She starts crying. And then they just play the end credits like on top of her.
But
And
but
yeah,
2 straight minutes without blinking, and you see Mia Goth forcing her eyes to stay open. You see her veins, you see her muscles, you see her mouth just like click, like I stop
yeah,
smiling, re-smile. You see, at one point at the very end there, spit was starting to come out of her mouth because she couldn't contain
yeah,
it. Because the gulp would mean to close her lips.
yeah.
And she
Uh
just holds it and holds it and holds it and holds it. And you're getting uncomfortable now. She keeps holding it.
yeah. I was so uncomfortable. I was watching this movie by myself, like in my room, in a dark room. And no, not the way to do it. I feel like even in the theater, I would have been freaking the fuck out. Like that shot was scarier than Smile. Like it was Jesus. Like you can do so much with so little, and she did wonders. Mia Goth, don't listen to those church people. What the fuck do they know? You are a star.
And I don't even know what to say about that. Like it was so uncomfortable, but so like power. I don't even know if powerful is the right word. Just like God, vicious maybe might be a better word for it.
Yeah. Um, so great. Loved it. Loved every second of it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't. There's a part of me that kind of wants to put this above X because I feel like we have movies that are like X, but we have nothing that is like Pearl. Like wow, it's this is why I love watching those smaller movies. First of all, because they're short. Second of all, because you find really original pieces, really original properties here, and I love it. I love that we're getting like all these great little horror-ish movies because this is not a scary movie. It's barely even a slasher. It's more of a drama, just with like very, very, killer elements. So glad I watched it. Cannot wait to see Maxine. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Loved it.
Way better than X. I don't remember what grade I gave X, but Pearl's for sure like a B plus A. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if and when I'm ever gonna watch this again, but man, it was something very unexpected. Maxine, I expect it to be great as well. I'll be honest. Man, I just don't know what they can add to this now. Like, what more can they do?
Honestly, Maxine has like a big shoes to fill. 2 big shoes to fill. But if they hit it out of the park, like man, we're gonna have a modern horror trilogy that like works. When Maxine comes out, I'm gonna rewatch both Pearl and X and then watch Maxine. Hopefully they do like triple features on theaters or something because like that would be so much fun.
I'd be down for that.
Also, I saw a lot of people dressing up as Pearl for Halloween, and I thought that was great.
I saw Pearl also. I saw one person dressed as Pearl, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad that any movie that can cause a Halloween costume and you can recognize it immediately, even for how niche it is, I love it. I love what they do when they do shit like that. So yeah, nothing to dislike here. Pretty fun, pretty original. This is rollback approved. Yeah.
Yes. Real quick though, before we go, I want to also mention something real quick. This has nothing to do with Pearl, but this might be some interesting news that you might be interested in. So apparently, James Wan Studio and Blumhouse Studio may be merging.
Really?
Imagine James Wan and Blumhouse together.
They've collaborated before, haven't they?
I'm not sure if they collaborated before, but imagine if like they get bought out and not bought out, but they merge together into one big conglomerate.
It's called Atomic Monster. Atomic Monster is James Wan's studio.
So Atomic Blumhouse or Blum Monster?
I feel like Blumhouse is really big to like, but I love James Wan.
Imagine getting multiple good horror films a year from these two. Hell yeah!
Look, I fucking loved Malignant. If I can have more Malignants, yeah, why the fuck not? They're doing they're doing are they doing a sequel to Mortal Kombat? Are they ever gonna do that?
I think so. Last I checked, yeah, it was supposed to be about the tournament, no?
I think so. And they have that Megan movie that's gonna come out, that doll one.
Oh god, that's gonna be weird. Also, fun fact. So I double checked the Continental. It's actually set to premiere in Peacock sometime in 2023.
Okay, all right.
Stars initially had the rights, and then they sold them to distribution. They sold distribution rights to Peacock because they said it doesn't maintain with what we want to release right now. From what I read, it's because they can't afford it anymore. They're like, hey, it's too expensive now. Like we're gonna sell it to Peacock. Which expect weekly reviews, folks, whenever that Continental comes out.
I'm gonna have to watch it, right? Okay, fine. All right, but when January comes in, we do have to review The Last of Us TV show when that comes out.
Deal.
All right. So it's great. All right, so we'll see how the Atomic Monster and Blumhouse merger comes in. Oh my god, can you imagine a James Wan Halloween movie?
Like wait, a Halloween, like Michael Myers?
Oh no, wait, Blumhouse is losing the rights after this one's.
Yeah, they're going back to Epcot.
Never mind. All right. Guess Guess we'll just have to have Aquaman 2. I fucking guess.
Hey, man.
That was delayed, right? It was delayed to like Christmas next year, right?
Yep. Because I
Wow.
think they're still debating on the Amber Heard situation, and also I think they need to figure out where it fits with the DCU. Well, now the DCU. Sons of bitches.
Uh,
Oh,
well,
folks, fun fact. Tomorrow, actually, I'm posting the first video of the Star Wars experiment,
nice.
The
Can't
Phantom
wait.
Menace.
Can't wait to see how that goes. I am watching the menu, I think, on Saturday. So
I
that
was
could
gonna
be,
ask what you wanted to review next week. All right, the menu it is.
yeah. I am not looking forward to it. It looks like a big studio trying to make an A24 movie. And it feels like I can see through their eyes. Like the trailer was like, why are you trying to make a menu scary? Like you can use your Ralph Fiennes all you want. Like it's not, it doesn't work like that. I don't know.
Voldemort does not work like this.
Yeah, I'm not I don't know how I feel about the movie. I'll let you know when I see it. It's getting good reviews, but I'll let you know when I see it.
Well, see, I want to know is like, are they like special? Are they like trained assassins or like what? That's what I want to know. But we'll find out
I feel
whenever we
like
see it.
I just don't get what the concept is. Like what is this? But yeah, we'll see it when we see it, I guess. Uh all right. Anything else you want to add?
No, folks, if you haven't seen Pearl, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go watch it. Go watch it with all your loved ones, especially the ones that you get awkward around. Go watch Pearl with them, and go watch X with them. I
The
dare
ones you
you.
get awkward around?
I double dare you, motherfuckers.
What
Watch
does that mean?
the ones that you don't want to watch really awkward sex scenes with. Watch it with those people. All right. I dare you. I fucking double dare you.
Okay, fine. I guess. Oh God. All right. That should be it. That should cut it for it. Thank you so much for watching. We are our podcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. You can also find video reviews there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll have another review next week. My name was Chema,
I've been Eddie.
and this was the Robot. Signing off with a reminder that if you already killed your parents and your dream is to leave, you can just leave now. You didn't have to wait for the audition. Like she could have been like, okay, I failed the audition. I'll just move to New York. Like I can do that. Like the economy's not in shambles yet. Like I could just leave.
She could also play stupid, get home and be like, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
and then she's a victim.
I'm a star. I'm a star.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.